Today, we are very fortunate and honored to have two of SA's blues elite with us in the studio. We have two members from the Boulevard Blues band, and they're going to talk about a bit about the band and the Table Mountains Blues Summit, which is happening later this month. Welcome, Richard, Pryor, and
Yes,
John.
hello.
Thank you. Thanks very much for having us.
Nice having you here.
Yes, nice to be here.
Cool. So guys, I actually want to start just speaking about the festival a bit. Both of you are involved. I know, Richard, you are the organizer of the Table Mountains Blues Summit. Can you tell us a bit more about the festival, when it started, how you got involved?
Yeah, it started in 2007, if I'm
That's
correct, yeah. And it was pretty much a collaborated effort between our manager at the time, Mike Combrink, and the Boulevard Blues band. And it started off at the Tafelberg Tavern in town. And it was also a time when the Blues Brews were just coming back into playing again. They hadn't played for a long time. And it was decided to do some sort of blues celebration around that. And yeah, we had Dan Patlansky, we had Gerald Clark, we had Boulevard Blues, and
Pete
Buerta, and yeah, if you can name it.
Southern Gypsy
Queen for the slightly more rock side of things. And that was very successful, actually. It was the beginnings of it.
And the festival's in its 8th year now.
It's the 8th year coming up now.
Okay.
And so it sort of outgrew the Tafelberg Tavern. And from there we had to find a new venue after a couple years down the line. I think it was 3 years we were at the Tafelberg Tavern.
Okay, and yeah, what is the festival about? What would you say, like, can people expect that hasn't been there before?
Oh, if I could answer that one for you. It's a celebration of the blues in South Africa. Blues in South Africa is very low-key, if you want to compare it to whatever's out there. It's very low-key. I mean, we play gigs where sometimes we play to ourselves, but it doesn't matter, we persevere. And this is for all those blues fans out there who have been hiding under rocks and suddenly discovered the blues and say, well, damn it, I like that music, man. So, and it's for them to come there and tell their friends about it and come and have a jaw. It's 2 days, 2 nights of pure bliss, great music, and a jaw of note.
Okay, and would you say, like, this festival, is it a lot different than other festivals, like Rocking the Daisies, for example?
Yeah, I'd say that it is different because it's a little bit more inclusive as far as age goes. I know Rocking the Daisies, obviously there are older people that go there, but this market is it's not aimed at the younger audience. It's aimed at anybody who's the kids can come from 8-year-olds to all the way to the 70, 80-year-olds. And it's the sort of music that appeals to everybody. I mean, not everybody will like it, but it definitely, the 12-year-old can like it just as much as the 70-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's quite sort of family and slightly older market, and just people that appreciate like real music that's being played, sometimes created on the spot, and sometimes as a jam.
Yeah, no backtracks.
No backtracks.
Yeah,
No.
for that. Can I say yeah?
Oh, you can say yeah.
So there's not that many festivals catering for that market as well. Although it is a niche market, it's definitely growing, and
Also, it's one of the few festivals where the musos actually mingle with the punters, and everybody gets to know everybody. It's a big family jaw. That's what it is.
Well, I wanted to ask Richard, you said earlier that, you know, everyone involved and the blues people in South Africa, everyone playing blues is like a big family. And is that how you got everyone involved? And I mean, do you guys help each other out in the industry?
yeah, we definitely
yes,
cooperate. Yeah, and I mean we definitely are like a sort of extended family. So we know each other, and when we do have festivals like this, it's quite easy to sort of get the base of the lineup together, because we know we've worked with them before, we've jammed with them before, and we've been invited to maybe play with them before.
Yeah, a lot of collaborations go on as well.
And also, me as an organizer, I'm first and foremost a musician, so I've been down there playing with the guys.
He understands our wants and our needs for all the divas in the blues industry.
Yeah, there are so many, hey?
It's not really. It shouldn't be a place to go if you're going to want to be a diva.
No.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, how did you guys get into doing blues music, John? You've been at it for quite some time.
For a while, yes.
So, I mean, when did it start for you?
For me, it started off, I was playing rock music in Durban and soul music and all that in the time of the Flames. And then I came to Cape Town and sort of at a loose end, and I saw this ad in the paper for Blues Brews looking for vocalists. So I answered the ad and I had to do an audition over the telephone, and I got the job that way. Rob Nachel said to me, okay, you're in, we're playing our first gig on Friday. This was on a Wednesday.
Wow.
And that started in the 90s already, when I first came to Cape Town. And then about 10 years on, I started this side project with Greg Smith, and got hold of Richard, called Boulevard Blues, and we got hold of a couple of guys, and we just wanted to do blues in a different way. We wanted to give it our feeling, which is what we did. And 10 years later, we're still together, all of us.
Okay, well, that's amazing.
It's a bit more, actually. It's about 12, but I don't want to give it all away. See Greg showing 15 now.
Well, I play, yeah, geez, it is about 15, yeah.
It is about that long, but yeah.
Well, that's actually how, John's actually the reason why I play the blues.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Boulevard Blues,
Yeah,
I was a rocker anyway.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, did you come from different genres?
Yeah, pretty much. I came from rock, hard rock school. I used to listen to a lot of metal as well, but I used to have the occasional Stevie Ray Vaughan record, and I enjoyed a bit of blues, but I didn't really play it. And so only since I joined Boulevard Blues have I actually been really playing blues, learning how to play blues. Okay. So that's pretty much my start of blues.
Still learn every day.
I've learned a hell of a lot in the last 15 years.
Glad to hear that, my boy.
And you also have a solo project, right?
Yes, yeah. Which most probably goes back a few years before the blues. That was more my sort of rock side of things.
Okay.
And that's more my original rock stuff, which is not, it's sort of got a blues hint on it, because I have become a bit blues these days. And but it's different to the actual blues. It's more rock now.
So just about the lineup for this year's Table Mountain Blues Summit. Who can people expect to see, and who will be performing?
Well, we've got the bassists, the guys that have been doing it for so many years in a row, like Dan Padlansky, we've got Gerald Clark, we've got ourselves, Boulevard Blues, Natasha Meister, the Blues Brews, Albert Frost. So a lot of the main players, Black Cat Bone, who always, and so these guys have been doing it for quite a few years, and they sort of form like the central sort of backbone of the Table Mountain Blues Summit. And then we bring in some of the new guys, like Black Mamba, Ballistic Blues are the young guys who must probably.
Yeah, the young guns that are coming through now playing blues, and it's really fantastic to see. Excuse me interrupting, Rich, but yeah, so you've got the younger generation and the old farts still.
Well, that's good.
Going.
And then a bit of rockabilly as well, provided courtesy of them Tornadoes, which we haven't had before, and that's quite interesting. And even a bit of country blues, swampy blues. We've got a lot of blues, and we've got some rock thrown in there. We've got Fox Comet, which is not really a blues band, but by the time 11:45 comes late at night, maybe the best thing is something to rock it up or funk it up a little bit, just to break it. So every now and again we put in a rock band.
Okay, well that's good. It sounds like an awesome lineup. So that's going to happen on Friday and Saturday night.
Yes.
Well, the festival.
Well, it starts 4 o'clock on Friday, runs till 12:30, and then it starts again at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and runs all the way through till about 1 o'clock at night. So it's a long festival.
And the venue this year, it's at Hillcrest Quarry.
Yes.
It's going to be there for the first time this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a very nice, dramatic.
Great venue.
Great venue.
Great venue.
It just looks really nice, and it's sort of got this it's dug out of a mountain, basically, this quarry, so it feels like you're in some sort of amphitheater. And it's
cool. And if you guys can just maybe like tickets and ticket prices, where can people?
Tickets are available, CompuTicket, and they range from 160 Rand for just the Friday night all the way to 320 Rand for the whole festival. And there is overnight camping for Friday and Saturday, and those are available at 160 Rand per person. You can also buy it on the day as well. And so CompuTicket's your place. You can also, with your CompuTicket, you can win a Fender guitar we're giving away, some
Oh yes, I saw
R1,500 cash as well. And pretty much you'll also be able to buy on the day.
Cool. Awesome. I just quickly also want to do quick questions with you, just to end off with. I did ask you earlier to define the blues, but if you can maybe describe it in one sentence, what blues is.
To me, well, it's like I said a little bit earlier, my favorite quote, and I mean, I don't think there's much more to say than that. My definition of the blues is starting off with nothing, and by the end of your whole blues career, you still got it all, which is nothing.
Okay. And you?
Well, mine must probably, if I just had to quickly suck something out of my dome, it must probably be, somebody said that blues is 3 chords and the truth. And that sounds like what it is to me. It's mostly 3 chords and the truth. So that's my definition of the blues.
Weirdest or worst thing that ever happened to you while on stage?
Well, with me, once I jumped off stage and I couldn't get back on. It was a little bit high. Our bass player had to help me up, and it was pretty embarrassing.
Okay.
Well, I can think of a few things, but I mean the one that actually stands out in my mind is one where I actually nearly impaled myself with a hi-hat stand, and I fell off the back of the stage. I don't know, I was just walking backwards and I just fell off, and there was a hi-hat stand with a very sharp, those hi-hat stands that with this, looks like a needle that's sticking out top. And I just fell straight back, and I brushed the side of the hi-hat, and I just missed that metal pole. And that would have just stuck, would have staked me, I think. Just landed on the side. So that thing scared me. You know what I mean? After that, I was like, well, next time I'm on a stage, I just watch out for sharp poles and things. Because I could have been impaled.
Yeah.
So it's not the funniest thing, but it is one of the most dangerous things that I've done.
Oh, cool. And what's your favorite venue for each of you?
Mine's Bertie's Mooring in Gordons Bay.
Oh, well, I can't really specifically say which is my favorite venue, because if the sound is good and I play well, then that's my favorite venue.
Okay. And what music are you guys listening to at the moment?
What am I listening to now? Basically, what I've got in my car is Led Zeppelin. That's what I'm listening to at this moment.
Well, I'll listen to a lot of stuff. I mean, anything from light jazz to some rock music to, I can't really put it down to one thing. I've been even listening to the Blues Brothers because I had a show on, so that's been sitting in my car.
Then I just have a few complete the sentences questions, so if you can just complete it, you can both answer, but it is a collective, just complete the sentence. Boulevard Blues Band likes things that taste like
Nando's.
Well, that must probably taste like
I should change that one to Jägermeister.
Jägermeister. I would imagine that must probably the collective Boulevard Blues
that's a collective
taste.
Okay, Boulevard Blues Band likes taking off.
Taking off on an aeroplane to festival.
So no taking off shirts or clothes.
It likes taking off. Yeah, no, you don't really want me to take off my shirt anyway, because
it's ugly.
It's not fun.
No.
I mean, Southern Gypsy Queen, they could get away with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Boulevard Blues Band would never.
Never renege on a gig, even if there are 2 people there. We'll still play the gig.
Boulevard Blues Band hates it when people
Hang on you.
do the groupies hang on you.
Drunk male hangers on. No, the ladies are fine. It's the men that get me down sometimes.
When the artist with backtracks gets bigger crowds and a better response.
And more money.
And more money.
Okay. Cool. And then just the last one, Boulevard Blues Band loves.
Receptive audiences. We can really get our groove on if the audience is with us.
Yeah, I must say we love playing with each other on stage, so we enjoy that. That's what Boulevard Blues, we like to be that team.
Well, thank you guys, it was awesome having you here.